Lessons from 0 to 1. In this video we are going to see about the lessons learned in book 0 to 1. This book is a notes taken by an MBA student about the speech given by author on how to start a startup. As per author, this book is not a manual which gives step-by-step procedure to create a startup. Instead, he raises few important questions that will induce our thinking about how to build a successful startup. According to him, startup should be from technology and not from globalization. Globalization is a horizontal progress which is copying things that works already. For example, building 100 typewriter from already available one typewriter. It is easy to imagine as we already know what to do. It is the progress from 1 to n. Technology is a vertical progress. It is building something new which is not in the market. It is difficult to imagine as we do something which no one else does. It is the progress from 0 to n. Technology is not limited to computers. Doing any new thing is technology. He also adds that to build a successful startup we need a team. A talented individual can create a great work, but he can't create a great industry. At the same time, the team should be small with the same goal implanted to each team members. Small size affords place to think, easy to adhere to a single plan and convince each other. Building a monopoly versus competing in the market. If we have a competitive company, then a same product will be available in multiple places, so the market will determine the selling price of the product. In order to sustain in the market, we will sell the product for low price when compared to market price, which will lead to drop in profit. But for monopoly company, it will be the one who will determine the selling price of it. For example, the price iPhone is determined only by the Apple company, not by other smartphone prices. As the competitive business sell the products for low price, they will try to find more profit by reducing other expenses, such as squeezing people. They will be ruthless to people. For example, some companies will get more work from employees and pay them less. But monopoly company will decide the price for their product, so they will get the profit from their product itself, hence they will care their workers. According to the author, competition company are running a war, not a business. Those company will try to fight with each other and win, but during this process they forgot to think about their long-term plan. For example, during initial period, Microsoft and Google value is more than Apple value. But over period of time, Microsoft and Google enter the competition. Microsoft developed Bing, Google developed Google search engine, Microsoft developed Internet Explorer, Google developed Google Chrome, and so on. So the value of Apple. Building a monopoly. We should build a new product, a product that is not in the market or the solution to an unanswered questions. Also, the product should be 10x time better, so no one should be able to replicate it. For example, there are many search engines, but no one can compete with Google search engine as it is more efficient than any other search engine. More people should use it. For example, since all your friends are in Facebook, you also will be in Facebook only. Being in any other social media will be like being in a separate island. To build a big network, we should first start with a small network, and each user in this small market should be a very valuable user and should like the product. For example, Facebook started their business with the university students only. After succeeding in this small market only, they improved it. Startup skills have the ability to multiply their product after succeeding in the small market. In this case, software startups are easy to scale up as the marginal cost of producing another copy is zero. Startups should start building their business from small market, because it is easy to dominate small market. After success, we can expand it slowly. For example, Amazon started their business in the idea to sell everything as per their name. But they first started to sell only books. Don't affect current event, it will give more attention. Example, PayPal initially disturbed Visa payment, but later PayPal gave more opportunities for Visa payment. Understanding monopoly businesses and future perspectives. How to identify a monopoly business. A monopoly business will survive in future. In this case, author defined the future in 4 different persons' perspective. 1. Definite optimistic. this kind of people think they can predict the future and will prepare for it confidently. 2. Definite pessimistic, this kind of people think they can predict the future and will prepare for it with fear. 3. Indefinite pessimistic, this kind of people think they cannot predict the future but they have great, so they have a plan to face anything. 4. Indefinite optimistic, this kind of people think they cannot predict the future but they have confidence that they can face anything and will do work on the flow, they will not have any plan. Future might be predictable or unpredictable, we should have a plan to succeed in all situations. Author also adds that we should focus on our work, at the same time we should think hard if it will be valuable in future. The next way to identify it will have a secret. To identify a unique product, we should get an answer to an unanswered question, which means we should identify the secret. While searching for an unanswered question, we should make sure if it's difficult to find the answer or is it impossible to find the answer. We can find a solution for a difficult problem but cannot for an impossible problem. The next place to find the secret is you have to look into the place where no one else sees. For example, everyone is standardizing physics but no one is looking into to standardize astrology or nutrition and so on. Once we have found our secret, we should maintain that secret to the outside world. Maintain the secret. We don't believe in secret because of the following. Overcome this attitude to go behind a secret. Incrementalism. We are trained to go step by step. For example, answering question in our textbook will give us good grade, but excelling in something which is not in the book will not give us any credits. 2. Risk. We are scared to be wrong or make mistakes. 3. Flatness. If we want to discover new, we will think that in this global talent pool, someone smarter than us would have already created it. Building a strong startup foundation. After identifying the monopoly business, we should take care of the following. Firstly, we should have a strong foundation. Startup messed up at its foundation cannot be fixed. To make a strong foundation, the founders can have different talent but their goal should be same. Choose your co-founders, investors and employees such that they have same goal, they should be happy to work together. The board team should be small, as said earlier, smaller the team, it is easy to take decision and it is easy to stick to a single plan. A startup board with 3 members initially is ideal. 3. Give correct role and correct task to each members, don't encourage competition among them. Distinguish the team members into 3 groups. A. Ownership, the founders how own the company. B. Possession, who will actually run it, manager and employees. C. Control, who will govern it, investor founder. 4. Cash is not a king, during initial stage CEO should take less salary and be a good example to other members. Startup can also provide share to the employees instead of giving salary. But it is hard to convince the employee to get the share. Also keep the share distribution secret. Focusing on sales for startup success. Every startup should also concentrate on the sale. Developing a useful product and keeping it with us will not give any profit. We should make sure that people are aware of it and buy your product. Start to sell the product from small group. It is easy to convince small group of people, make them to buy your product. For example, a file sharing company initially sold their product to a Stanford clinic where researchers need it. But today Stanford University student and Stanford Hospital is also using it. If they first tried to sell it to the university directly, it would have been difficult to sell. Perform viral marketing. Instead of spending amount to TV ads where our users might or might not see the ads, sell it through referral. Encourage users to invite their friends. Also, we should be able to sell to the product to non-customers, that is, we should be able to attract the investor. Key questions for business success. Is our product unique? Is our product 10x better than our competitors? Is this the right time to bring the product to the market? Does the product meet the current trend? Are we starting with a small market where we can dominate it? Do we have the right team? Have we allocated them correctly? What sales techniques do we follow to reach the customers? Will the product survive in the future? Does the product hold any secret?